Aging. From the outside, it looks like a slowing body, graying hair, and lines appearing on your face. But real aging that begins on the inside, in the places no one can see. When the mind slows down, when the soul gets tired, when one drifts away from life, that's when aging truly shows itself. But then there are other people. People over 70, but still walking tall, still learning new things, still looking at life with curiosity, still laughing, talking, moving with friends. And when you see them, there's only one thought that crosses your mind. These people haven't aged at all. And this video is exactly about those people. Because if you're over 70 and still doing certain things, you're not just getting older, you're actually getting younger. Scientific research confirms this too. Older adults who stay physically active, keep their minds curious, and maintain their social connections, their biological age turns out to be 10 to 15 years younger than those who are inactive, isolated, and withdrawn. So age is not just a number written on the calendar. Your real age is hidden in the way you live your life. And the best part is this: no matter how old you are, you can still be one of these people. You can still change things. You can still bring youth back into your life. In this video, we'll talk about 8 powerful habits that, if you're still doing them after 70, are keeping you young. Who knows? Maybe by the end of this video, you'll ask yourself this question: am I really aging, or do I just look like I am? Because sometimes a person's true age is as young as the steps they take in their heart, as alive as the eyes they use to look at life. So come on, let's see if you belong on this list. If you're ready, let's begin. 1. Still walking daily. Without difficulty, if you can still walk comfortably, time has not defeated you. When people think of aging, there's usually one image that immediately comes to mind: slow steps, shaky knees, bodies that need to stop and rest every few meters. But the truth is, this is not everyone's destiny. Because someone who can still walk easily, climb stairs, go shopping, and cover long distances outside is not really aging. In fact, biologically, they are still young. And the reason is actually very simple. Walking is the most essential power source of the human body. A body that still walks has an active circulatory system, strong muscles, and working bones. And most importantly, a person who still walks is still stepping forward toward life. Just like Albert. Albert is 73 years old and lives in a small town in Switzerland. He never had a very luxurious life, but he always had one habit: walking. Every morning he would walk around the lake near his house. Sometimes 5 kilometers a day, sometimes 10 kilometers. Over time, his friends grew older and gave up their walks. But Albert never stopped. Today, he still goes for his morning walks. And while many of his peers walk with canes or struggle to take steps, he still walks briskly. One day, someone asked him, "How did you stay so young?" Albert's answer was simple: "I didn't age, I just kept walking." And there is a scientific explanation for this too. Walking protects heart health. It strengthens bones, supports muscles, improves balance and coordination. And as people age, it significantly reduces the risk of falling. Moreover, those who walk regularly have stronger blood flow to the brain. This means not only physical youth, but also a sharper memory and mental clarity. Walking is also a powerful source of emotional strength. Going outside in the morning, seeing daylight, breathing fresh air. These are not only key to physical youth, but also to staying young in spirit. A person who can still walk comfortably, can still take care of themselves, still trust their own body, and most importantly, is still participating in life. Remember this: being able to walk easily is not just a sign of healthy legs, it's a sign of a healthy life. And perhaps this is the most important question to ask. If you can still walk today, does your age really matter at all? 2. Learning new skills or using technology comfortably. As people get older, the thing they lose most is not just physical strength. What is truly lost is curiosity, the ability to stay open to new things, the desire to keep learning. But true youth is not only hidden in the body, it lives in the mind. Do you know who the youngest spirited people in the world are? Those who try to learn something new regardless of their age. Those who dare to use phones, tablets, and the internet without fear. Seniors who can video call their grandchildren, download an app on their own, and even understand social media. Because learning something new is the most powerful exercise for the brain. Every new piece of information builds new connections in the brain. Every new habit keeps the mind flexible. Every new experience renews your bond with life. But a person who stops walking, stays home, and moves away from new things slowly begins to withdraw into their own world. The first thing to disappear is not movement. The first thing to disappear is curiosity. But today, thanks to technology, every corner of the world is just a few taps away. We can reach our loved ones by phone. We can video call our grandchildren. We can learn new things online. And seniors who step into this world truly stay young inside. Science clearly confirms this. In the brains of seniors who learn new skills, circulation increases, memory centers strengthen, emotional resilience rises, the risk of depression and loneliness decreases, because learning connects a person to life. The point here is not to be perfect. You don't have to use social media perfectly. You don't have to be a technology expert. But that smile on your face when you try something new, that excitement, that is proof of your inner youth. Maybe sometimes you'll struggle. Maybe you'll press the wrong button. Maybe your grandchild will laugh at you. But one day, you'll proudly say to them, I may not be as fast as you, but I'm still learning. And on that day, time won't be able to touch your soul. So have you learned something new in recent years? How is your relationship with technology? What was the funniest moment you experienced while trying to figure out a phone or learn an app? Would you share it with us in the comments? Maybe your story will give someone else the courage to learn. If you found this video helpful, you can support us by liking it. And by subscribing, we can continue staying young together, because a curious mind never grows old. 3. Maintaining a strong social life and friendships. There are some people, they may be over 70, but they still meet up with friends. They still pick up the phone and chat. They still laugh out loud with their old buddies, gossip a little, share their worries a little. And these people, they are not really aging. Because aging is not just about the body, it is often a sickness caused by loneliness. Many studies around the world show that seniors who have a wide social circle maintain their friendships and stay in touch with people. Live longer, experience less depression, stay mentally sharper, and stay deeply connected to life itself. Because talking keeps the spirit young. Communication is one of the strongest forces keeping the brain alive. Friendship circles, laughter, conversations, sharing. These things don't just prolong life, they make it beautiful. And the perfect example of this is Maria. Maria is 75 years old and lives in a small town in Italy. Her husband passed away years ago. Her children moved to other cities. But what makes Maria special is this. She still goes to the same cafe every morning. She meets her childhood friends there. She drinks coffee, gossips, sometimes remembers old days, sometimes discusses current events. Maria's energy surprises everyone because she is still in life. She is not just sitting at home. She's not just someone living in the past. She is still participating in life. One day someone asked her, "What's your secret to staying this energetic?" Maria simply smiled and said, "A person cannot live without talking and touching other people. It's really that simple." Older adults who have friends laugh more, get sick less, feel less lonely, and feel life much more deeply. If today you still have friends, if your phone rings, if there are people who still wonder how you are, if there are people to talk to, share troubles with, and laugh with in your life, believe me, your biological age is much younger than your real age. Because what keeps a person's soul alive is their friendships. When people look back at their lives, what they remember isn't money, status, or success. It's the people they laughed with, the people they cried with, the people they lived life with. Friendship is not just a beautiful part of life. Sometimes it is the very thing that keeps us alive. 4. Handling daily tasks independently. Being able to do things on your own. For some, it might seem like an ordinary thing. But if you are over 70 and still able to handle your daily tasks independently, it actually means you are continuing a small miracle every day. Because as people get older, they often become dependent without even realizing it. Going grocery shopping, tidying up the house, going out to buy something you need. These aren't ordinary things. On the contrary, they are survival skills. If today you can still go to the market by yourself, handle your housework on your own, manage your bills, banking, or shopping without help, and go wherever you want without needing anyone, then know this, time still hasn't defeated you. Because independence is the strongest expression of the will to stay powerful. And as long as this desire continues, aging is nothing more than just a number. Science confirms this too. Among seniors who can handle their daily tasks independently, muscle loss is lower, mobility is higher, mental flexibility is stronger, and the risk of depression is significantly reduced. Because accomplishing something on your own doesn't just bring a result, it builds confidence. It brings a sense of success. It creates that precious feeling, I can still do this. Many people lose these abilities without noticing, because sentences like "let me do it for you" sometimes cause the greatest harm. It is essential for older adults to protect their space and responsibilities, not just for their physical health, but for their emotional well-being too. If today you can still do things on your own, believe me, that is one of the greatest signs of staying young in this world. So what about you? Can you still handle your own tasks? What are those small successes that make you feel strong? Going to the market? Doing your own shopping? Preparing a meal in the kitchen? Share them with us in the comments. Your small action might become a great inspiration for someone else. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because this channel is a place where people who still stand strong on their own feet come together. And remember, the more things you can still do for yourself, the younger you really are. 5. Having a positive and curious mindset. As people get older, most of them start looking at life with the same sentence in their mind. There's nothing left for me now. What can I possibly change at this age? Everything was better in the past. But there are some people, they pass 70, some even reach 80, and yet they still have eyes that look at life like a child. They still wonder. They still ask questions. They still manage to see the beautiful side of things. And that's exactly where true youth lives. Because no matter how old you are, the way you look at life determines how life looks back at you. Just like Hans. Hans is 78 years old, living in a small town in Germany. He's faced many difficulties in life. Post-war years, poverty, losses. But Hans has one special quality. He never lost his connection with life. Every morning he reads something new from the newspaper. He wonders about new technology. He researches the names of the flowers in his garden. He even asked his neighbor's grandson how a robot works. One day his grandson said to him, "Grandpa, even at your age, you never get tired of learning new things." Hans just smiled. "As long as you're curious, you'll never grow old." That sentence is heavier than a whole book, because a curious mind keeps the brain always working, and a positive mind keeps the soul always young. Science confirms this clearly. People who stay positive, open to learning, and curious age more slowly, have a much lower risk of Alzheimer's and dementia, have more balanced moods, and a stronger immune system, because their mind stays constantly active. Negative thoughts, worries, pessimism, they don't just exhaust the soul, they slow down the brain too. That's why if you still wonder, if you still see the bright side of things, if you still get excited about something new, believe me, even if you're 70, 80, or 90, you are still young, because youth isn't just in your muscles. Youth begins in your mind and lives in your heart. 6. Keeping a consistent sleep routine and waking up energetic. There are very few things that describe a person better than how they wake up in the morning. How do you open your eyes in the morning? Tired, exhausted, or calm and refreshed? Sometimes true youth is exactly here, in how you wake up each day. Because if you are over 70 and can still sleep well and wake up energetic, that is the clearest sign that your body and brain are still working beautifully. As people age, many of them start to experience sleep problems. Waking up frequently at night, struggling to enter deep sleep, waking up tired in the morning. These are not inevitable parts of aging. They are usually the result of bad habits. In fact, sleep is the greatest miracle where the body repairs itself. A person who sleeps well has a clearer mind, a stronger memory, a better functioning immune system, healthier emotional balance. But poor sleep destroys all of this. Elderly people who maintain a sleep routine have a much better overall health status. Those who go to bed at a certain time every night and wake up at a certain time every morning give their body and brain a rhythm to follow. The body works with rhythm, and those who protect this rhythm don't easily age. If you feel good when you wake up in the morning, if you feel fresh, if you can take time for yourself, this is the best indicator of your quality of life. Remember, how you wake up in the morning determines how your day will go. Someone who can still wake up energetic and feel strong throughout the day is not just lucky. They are someone with the right habits. What are these habits? Avoiding heavy meals in the evening, staying away from screen and phone light before sleep, sticking to a consistent sleep schedule, moving and staying active during the day, getting fresh air, calming down and relaxing before bed. These may seem like small things, but they shape how you wake up in the morning. And a person who wakes up well starts the day well. So how do you wake up in the morning? Energetic and refreshed, or tired and exhausted? What are your morning habits? Share with us in the comments. Maybe a small habit change could inspire someone else to change their life. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, because sometimes staying young simply starts with how you wake up in the morning. 7. Staying active with hobbies or physical exercises. When a person loses their hobbies, they don't just lose time. They lose a piece of their soul. Because staying young isn't only about walking or moving. A person remains alive as long as they're engaged with something they love. They enjoy life. They stay connected to it. Some tend to garden, some do crafts, some read books or listen to music. Others go swimming, practice yoga, or ride a bike. But the truth is, those who have hobbies don't age. Just like Evelyn. Evelyn is a 74-year-old lady from England. Her greatest passion since youth has been painting. After her husband passed away, people around her kept saying, "Just give it up, Evelyn. What's the point of painting at your age?" But Evelyn never stopped. In the small studio behind her garden, she still spends hours with her paints. She experiments with new techniques, learns new things, and creates new pieces. And not just painting. She also attends yoga classes twice a week. And she still rides her bike. When someone once asked her why, she said, "When I paint, I don't just feel the colors, I feel life." That's why Evelyn hasn't aged, and science backs it up. Elderly individuals who engage in hobbies or stay physically active experience less depression, keep their brain functions more active, maintain stronger coordination, have a higher level of life energy. Because people find themselves in what they do, whether it's gardening, cooking, knitting, or playing music. Whatever it is, when you're creating, you don't grow old. Today, those who still have hobbies, those who still create, even just a little, are preserving the youth of their spirit. And this kind of youth doesn't come from creams, or vitamins, or medication. This youth is born in the place where a person connects with life. 8. Being emotionally resilient and calm in stressful situations. A person's true age is often hidden in how they handle stress, because life's challenges never end. No matter how old you are, there are losses, illnesses, loneliness, and hardships. But some people, even after turning 70, remain so calm, so strong, so balanced, that everyone around them understands this person hasn't just gotten older, they've truly grown. Emotional resilience isn't a luxury in old age. It's a necessity. Because as we age, life tends to get quieter. People lose many things around them. Friends pass away. The house becomes silent. Health issues arise. Children move away. But amidst all this, the soul that stays balanced and protects itself is actually the youngest soul in the world. Research shows that elderly people who can manage stress and stay calm during difficult situations live longer, get sick less often, have better heart and vascular health, maintain stronger cognitive functions, and have a much lower risk of depression. Because stress doesn't only tire the mind, it exhausts the whole body. A person who's constantly angry, bitter, or easily offended will eventually see their body break down as well. But someone who is patient, calm, and can control their emotions will manage to stay standing, no matter what life brings. If today, even in the face of a difficult situation, you can gather yourself, if instead of panicking at bad news, you can pause and take a deep breath, if after a loss, you can still move forward without giving up on life, believe me, even if you're 70, 80, or even 90 years old, you are still young, because youth isn't just about the body. It's mostly about the spirit. And the strongest people are the ones who can stay calm. So what about you? How do you calm yourself during stressful times? How do you cope with the difficulties life throws your way? What's your greatest source of strength that keeps you going? Share your thoughts in the comments, because maybe a single sentence from you will help someone else hold on to life. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because staying strong is not about age. It's about heart. One day everyone grows old, but not everyone ages the same way. Some people, as the years pass, grow quieter. They withdraw, they shrink, they pull away from life. But then there are others. No matter how many years pass, they remain right in the center of life. Still walking, still learning, still laughing, still creating, and most importantly, still staying human. Everything we talked about in this video today was far more valuable than your biological age. Because real youth is not in the face you see in the mirror, nor in the number written on a calendar. Real youth lives in your hands that still touch life, in your feet that still take steps, in your eyes that still wonder, and in your heart that stays strong. If today you can still walk with ease, learn something new, laugh and chat with friends, handle your own daily tasks, stay positive and curious, wake up in the morning feeling refreshed, engage with life, create and share, and stay calm during difficult moments, then know this: you are not just growing older, you are growing younger. You are defying time, because time may touch your body, but never your soul, never your mind, never your heart. So tell me, which of these things do you still do? Which one keeps you connected to life? When do you feel the youngest version of yourself? Share it with us in the comments, because your story might just inspire another person watching this video right now. And if you found this video valuable, please give it a like. Let these messages reach even more people, and let's grow stronger together. Don't forget to subscribe, because this channel belongs to people who refuse to just grow old. It belongs to those who choose to keep living life with all their strength, because sometimes the true secret of staying young is not just living, but still wondering, still walking, and still sharing